Hello Bremerton, Josh Farley from the Kitsap Sun here. I'm inside of the newly transformed High Fidelity Lounge on 6th Street, and as usual, I've got 5 stories you just gotta know about happening in your town this week. Welcome back to this edition of the Bremerton Beat Blast, sponsored by the Admiral Theater. Story number 1 is where I'm sitting right now. The High Fidelity Lounge on 6th Street has been closed for quite some time, but it has been a mainstay here in Bremerton for years. Eddie Aquino and his wife Amber recently reopened it after putting 3.5 months of blood, sweat, and tears into the place. And on Saturday, live music will again start up at the Hi-Fi.
The High Fidelity Lounge, we love that name and we wanted to really bring back the lounge feel. So this place is unique in that you got this cozy bar section on this side with almost an entirely different room on the back side that is perfect for dining or dancing or bands. The atmosphere and companionship is what we're providing. What we want to give people, a place to speak, converse, and get to know each other. Story
number 2 on the Bremerton Beat Blast this week is news of the bizarre. On the ferry route that runs between South Vashon and Tacoma on Sunday afternoon, the ferry Chetzemoka was running along when a private vessel went right in front of the Chetzemoka, and the Chetzemoka struck the vessel. The vessel is called Naptime, and its owner was apparently below deck when the crash occurred. But it appears that there were no injuries and everybody is okay. Certainly a bizarre incident. There are a few things we Northwesterners know to do. We don't take umbrellas, we wear rain jackets, and we know we don't take our boats in front of state ferries. The ferry sounded its alarm numerous occasions trying to get the boat to move out of the way, but apparently the owner did not hear those calls. Story number 3, Wednesday marks the 75th anniversary of the attacks on Pearl Harbor that led to the U.S. involvement in World War II. You probably also know that Bremerton was on the front lines of that war. Pearl Harbor was the next closest naval installation to Bremerton. I spoke with journalist Frank Wetzel, who's now 90 years old, but who wrote the preeminent history of Bremerton during those war years when the town's population ballooned from 15,000 to 85,000 people.
It was stunning in its rapidity. That is, it happened so fast. It was such a brief time before Army trucks were rolling into the city, establishing machine gun nests, and soon followed the barrage balloons, and then and of course immediately after Pearl Harbor, the blackouts, which fortunately didn't last very long.
Story number 4 on the Beat Blast this week is about little Zane Iams. Zane is fighting a very aggressive form of cancer, but you might remember that back in late August, the Caped Crusader, Batman, his favorite superhero, came to CJ's General Store near Evergreen Rotary Park when it was being robbed by the Joker. With help from Batman, Zane, and the Bremerton Police Department, the Joker was taken into custody, and the Art Slam studio of Silverdale filmed a documentary about this great day that happened in August. The documentary will air on Saturday at C Film Cinemas. And finally, story number 5 is sad news this week. We mark the passing of Rebekah Marie Utoff. Rebekah was 40 years old, and she was a passionate advocate in our community for those with accessibility issues. She helped bring about a more than $500,000 project that resulted in the construction of the All-Accessible Playground, Kitsap County's first accessible playground, in 2014.
Oh, inclusion is so powerful. And places like this new Beyond Accessible Playground just really draw the community together. It just overwhelms my heart to think that they're all here so that children of all abilities can play, and to the point where our community is not going to blink or even think twice when they see a child in a wheelchair with AFOs on playing on this playground, because that'll become such a commonplace that it won't be anything new or different. So that's my dream.
I would like to leave you with the parting words that Rebekah always left everyone else, so that all may play. That's going to do it for this edition of the Bremerton Beat Blast. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you again next Tuesday.